Libra, welcome to Illuminated Tarot. How are you all? I'm here to do a reading for you for mid-April. We're going to take a look at the recent past, current energies, and the immediate future. Don't mind me. I'm not used to sitting, y'all. I've largely done work moving, and I'm sitting more. And I worked out over the weekend, and y'all ever like do workouts and you're like, well, I maybe shouldn't have lifted that heavy, or all that good stuff. So just don't mind me if I have to move around a little bit. It's just, I wish I could kind of be one of those. Can you imagine someone reading? You know how you have those walking treadmills? Anyway, thank you, Spirit, for presiding over this reading for Libra. Thank you for humoring me. Maybe I feel a little like jumpy in my seat. Are y'all feeling a little bit like, wow, that moon just cleared out a lot of energy and now you're kind of like on the edge of your seat about what's coming in next? Does it feel that way? Ooh, I grabbed this upside down. Rest. I like this. Look at this, playful dolphins. Maybe you need to go on a vacation, Libra. You need a break? Maybe it's time to rest. Was that full moon intense for you? We have been collectively, Libra Nation, holding a lot of energies for the collective, as the collective has tried to seek balance and moderation and healthy emotional relationship energies. Sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm making a lot of movement and noise. It's been noisy. Has it been noisy? I feel like it's been like a scatterbraining type of time. And Libra, maybe it's time for you to rest now, to ground in your energies, to sit back and enjoy life. I feel like there's been like this nervous, like hypervigilance in Libra Nation. And this full moon was like a culmination, a turning point where it's like, okay, it's like a tidal wave. And now it's like, I feel like there's a lot of peace. There's a lot of peace. We have self-love at the bottom here. Time for Libras to rest now. Mama needs a nap, right? Or I need a time out. I'm going to go take my lunch break a little longer, I don't know. There's something around you needing to rest the second half of April, because I think the first half of April was a lot. Ooh, I'm seeing beautiful energies here. Retreat. I'm getting another one. Spirit's saying you've been through a lot, Libra. It's time for you to take a time out and just sit back and relax. Maybe you've been working too hard. Maybe you've been efforting too much in your relationships. Maybe you've just been doing way too much. It's time for you to take some respite here. I see rest and retreat, Libra. Was the full moon that hard? Maybe you've just been really busy doing too much, right? Trying to be everything to everyone. Ooh, wow, it is. It's the balance of light and shadow and the integration of such. We have the yin and the yang coming in, and we have freedom. I think it's time for you to move forward, feeling a little bit footloose and fancy free. I think Libras, we've been working really hard on bringing balance to the collective. I'm actually seeing like the engine in the caboose, and Libra's in the middle, trying to like deal with like people going like really fast, too fast, and people going too slow. And Libra's right in the middle, like, ooh, like you're feeling like you're being stretched in two different directions. I'm talking collectively, okay? And this could be your life as well, where you're like, I want to move forward, but I'm stuck in the past. And where am I? I'm somewhere in the middle. So this is the second half of April where we need to take a break, okay? I really want you to give yourself a prescription for rest, retreat, relaxation, because there's something coming up that's going to be fast. We have unbridled freedom here in the integration of shadow and light and you moving forward. But first, we must pause. This is some sort of collective pause Libra needs after everything. All right, we don't even need to go there, right? It'll come up in the past, I swear it probably will. Just rest. Okay, that's the biggest message I'm getting is there's a lot you all are emancipating yourself from emotionally, energetically. Old stories, old narratives, outdated, old skin, everything. Let it go. I feel like and I'm getting my solar plexus is acting up. This is all around your empowerment and the freedom to live life on your own terms, Libra. So rest, okay? Promise me you'll rest. I mean, we got a double message here of you needing a break. Okay. It's funny. My mother, she was so sweet. My Cancer, my mother's born on the cusp of Cancer and Gemini, and she's very thoughtful. And she said, honey, you know, you've been so busy working so much. I worry about you. And her, just that energy alone, and this is the Divine Mother. I'm saying this story for a reason. This is Divine Mother tapping you on the shoulder and giving you a big hug and saying, you've been trying so hard. Whatever that is, working hard for the money, working hard in your relationships, working hard in your mothering. You need a break. And I told my mother, I said, I hear you. And I'm going to try to step back from life and be gentle with myself and rest more and enjoy the journey more. Our worth, a big thing that came through at that time, that is our worth as Libras is not derived from how much power we hold in the world, how much work we have, what title we have, what responsibilities we have. You were worthy and deserving of rest, okay? We're looking at the past energies, King of Wands, World, no wonder, and the Hierophant. That's a major cycle around your own truth and integrity, especially around the things that you desire. You learned a lot there, Libra. Well done. It's like you're moving past a cycle. And we've been dealing with the King of Wands and what commitment means to you around your desires. We've been talking about the King of Wands forever. Okay? So I think you've seen the truth now about masculine energy outside of you. Okay? And also masculine energy within you. Moving from wounded masculine to healthy masculine. Wrapping that up. Okay? You've learned the spiritual lesson around the King of Wands. That's all we're going to say about that for now. Magic is in the air. We have the Magician. We have the Seven of Wands, and we have the Temperance. I think this is the time for you to slow down because everything's going to be picking up speed in May. So I really want you, I'm getting it right now. We have the Magician, Temperance, Seven of Wands. This is stand your ground. Come back into balance. We've got a lot of healing. Whenever I see Temperance, it's 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot in the water, calming those emotional waters that the full moon in Libra churned up, right? This is the time where we need to take those energies of rest and relaxation to help manifest what we want in order to move forward, to guard our energy and be patient with what we're calling in. Don't you want to call in beautiful things from a place of balance and equanimity rather than strife and over-efforting? Okay. Now let's go into the near future. Knight of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, and the Justice. Libra. You excite me. You excite me with your truth. Yeah, because you know what? You better rest now because you're going places in the near future, and it seems like it has a lot to do with your material success. Some of you are fierce when it comes to your careers, when it comes to your motherhood, when it comes to whatever you're nurturing the hell out of. You're going to, you know, there's something new coming in, and it's going to be fast. Whatever this is, it's quick change. So I want you to take a moment to come back into balance, okay? And take a deep collective breath. We've been almost holding our breath for the last few months, Libra. And I really do think that this full moon is the exhale, right? Where we had to really go into our emotional waters and look at them and purify them. That's the moon. There's a big shift in the energy here. Judgment. Wow. Talk about rebirth and renewal. Whoa. Hello. We've got majors up ahead, majors behind us, majors. And we have, what's nice about this is there's been big energy shifts for you, Libra. We have the Judgment over all of this reading. So think of it as you're going through a complete rebirth in your life, in your own vibratory energy. It's like you're like, woo, you know, when you start to remove shadowy energies, you remove past energies. What does it does? It lightens you up. It deepens you. So this is the integration of past, present, future, Libra, in the wake of this full moon. And where are you headed? Oh, my Lord. Talk about deeply, divinely guided. by the stars, by your galactic inheritance, your divine inheritance around abundance, around your own internal truth, around your wisdom, around your divine gifts, around your talents and abilities, around trusting your instincts. There's something massive coming in, Libra. And I do believe this is this summer. So this is the time where you just need to just do your thing, right? And just take a break, because this is that collective, like, exhale, because there's going to be a big inhale and you moving forward. A lot of you are going down paths you've never been down before in your reality around your own abundance. You're calling in something. And the more balanced you are as you call this in, the deeper and truer and more beautiful it will be. Wow. Okay, let's keep going. Actually, I want to get a theme. I knew it. You're going through a massive spiritual awakening, Libra, where I think you're realizing that life is to be savored and enjoyed, and that your worth and value isn't derived by how much you give to everything but you. That's the lesson for the second half of April. I really want you to put yourself first. Put your needs first. Put your desires first, your wants, all of it first. You need to call in late 10 minutes. You need to take a slow route to work. You need to, savor the food you eat. Take your time. It's almost like if you've been rushing through life, it's time to slow down and enjoy life. Crown chakra. Massive spiritual shift here. The frequency of the crown chakra, the violet flower of life, supports our spiritual connection to the universe and our ability to transmute negative energy into light. See, you've been hard at work transmuting this negative shadow through your past karma. And I do believe that you've been clearing the slate, Libra. That's what judgment is, clearing the slate. You've had to make some important decisions around your own healing. And now you're realizing what feels balanced and what doesn't. Like I said, you've been feeling stretched between too slow energies and too fast energies. And now, how about you just go into your energy? I feel like Libras, we get pulled by everybody else's energy. And now it's a matter of, why don't you just focus on you? Maybe that's the biggest lesson we all needed to learn, right? Wow, I really am dictated by the energies around me. I need to get so aligned with me that I'm not pulled in everybody else's direction. All right. I want to go into judgment. Why is that here? This is big. I mean, we have judgment overshadowing this whole reading. We have what you don't see coming, the high priestess and the star. Some of you are rising to a level of healing, a level of success, a level of being a healer, of this is transmutation. Some of you are really purging and cleansing the energy of the collective. The Empress and Justice. Whoa. Self-nurturing, self-love. I think that, like I said, the last few cycles, you've been learning a lot about your karma and releasing, learning from your karma. Ooh. Wow. This is incredible. You're on the path of true empowerment here. I think you need to give yourself a little time, because a lot of you are calling in some massive opportunities you're healing a divine masculine wound inside. I kind of felt that energy coming in, because that's what that King of Wands taught you this past year. The King of Pentacles and the Emperor and the Three of Wands. This is a beautiful energy of you being patient with the part of you that wants to take control of situations and take a back seat and just relax. Okay. You're going through a spiritual upgrade, and I think that this is around your empowerment. And whenever I see this Three of Wands, it's knowing that these ships are coming in. A lot of you are calling in greater abundance, greater wisdom. There's some sort of marriage going on in your practicality and grounding that in something that you're putting time and energy and attention into. The Emperor is wisdom and taking control of our Mars energy and lighting that flame and grounding that in our knowledge. There's some sort of like self-knowledge path that is coming forward, almost like something that like an integration of a part of you that's been with you your whole life, but only now you're being able to see it. I really feel like there's some sort of wounded masculine healing that you needed to go through first before you could have these new, and I'm not talking, let's get this clear. I'm not talking about any external person. This is your path of transmutation. You started out with a masculine wound, probably from a lot of karmic lifetimes where you were persecuted. You had to play small. You had to shrink. You had to silence your voice. You had to go along with the crowd. You've reached a certain point in your evolution now, where now it's about your power and your leadership and around grounding that in reality. And I see this beautiful, it's almost like, wait for it. There's a beautiful energy that's going to happen this summer around you being crowned with a new level of wisdom, knowledge. I almost feel like you're going to be accessing new spiritual abilities through connecting with other lifetimes where you are more evolved. You're gaining access. You're given keys. This is the key of knowledge. I feel like there's something really, really amazing happening, Libra, that I think that you're starting to put your finger on. You're being anointed with and crowned with a higher energy. You know, with great power comes great responsibility. And I think that you're at this point in your evolution where it's time to take on that responsibility. I'm talking about energetic responsibility, where you are now lighting the flame within others and you are helping other people rebirth and renew their pathways in powerful ways. This is like someone that may be helping other business leaders grow and deepen, activating their paths. I mean, there's something really big about your soul's journey and your soul's work that's really coming fully online at this time. I want to get some, but it's almost like this is what I mean. This is energy coming in that you've called in. It's like the trumpet. This is the clarion call of your spiritual activation around holding the light on this planet. But people who lead with the light, you become a trailblazer. And I had this energy come on during the collective. See, Libra, we're starting to balance that out. It's almost like child's play. All the emotional drama you've been through, child's play. It's time to turn the corner, Libra, and no longer get distracted by incongruence, by energies that are going to take you away from your divine path, because you have a higher calling here. You have a true higher calling. We're talking about ancient knowledge, ancient wisdom. And the more you activate that and you renew that, you're going to be less distracted with everything else. It's almost like you see the truth that energies that are pulling you toward just carnal desires are no longer enough for you. It doesn't mean you're celibate. I'm just saying that it's more, there's more to life than romance. And you're saying, oh my God, there's some sort of gift you're being given at this time, Libra, around being a seeker and accessing ancient knowledge. It's going to be different for all of you, but it's coming through your crown chakra. Because you've been committed to learning on the path and you're wrapping up this cycle. Oh, wow. Wow. What a painful cycle. Oh, dear Lord. Libra, this is a big turning point for you in your soul's evolution. Okay. Where you have been in situations where you've been trapped in confusion and illusion and repeated loss. Through this pathway, which is really the interplay of the wounded feminine and masculine energies hard at work, you're rising above the shadow boxing in relationship. And you're saying, you know what? I don't even want to be a part of that right now. It's almost like Libra's too busy in the library in the halls of learning, right? You're like, I'm in the Akash. Like, don't bother me. I'm seeking ancient knowledge. I want true wisdom here. It's almost like the interplay of the romantic give and take, push, pull. You don't even want to deal with that at all right now. I feel like the second half of the month has more to do with you seeking higher truth on your path and accessing timelines that you've been feeling all your life. It's called parallel realities. It is the path of the magician, by the way. You have the magician and the high priestess here in one reading with the judgment and the justice. It's almost like when you reach a graduation, right? You graduated. Congratulations, Libra, from the push-pull nature of the wounded feminine and masculine. What's next? And you're like, I don't really know. What is college like? How can you describe to somebody what college is like when they're in kindergarten? It's almost like you've gone from kindergarten to college and you're like, wow, what subjects are there here? What am I going to learn? What are the books? And you're like getting these books and you're just like, oh my Lord. It's like you can't even, kindergarten is like so far beyond you. Whew. I've never had a reading quite like this. No wonder you're resting, because you're like, it's almost like if you've been on the path of higher knowledge, higher awareness, it's coming in. Pay attention to what books come to you. Pay attention to the learnings that are coming toward you. If you're taking any coursework, we're in Taurus season, okay? And Libra, you're very much ruled by Venus. Taurus season is always a double down for me every year in going deeper into my own divinity. There's some sort of divine rebirth going on in your wisdom. Ancient knowledge is coming forth. You're calling it in. It's almost like I don't have time for anything else but to come into balance with the angel of temperance in my own magic. Interesting. Let me get a couple more. Yeah. We have the Nine of Swords, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles. I think that one reason why you need this time out, where it's really like, I really see a lot of you going to your guides and having like, we need to talk about these contracts. Okay. I'm serious. I'm really serious. I feel like a lot of you are doing this astrally. You're like, I can't take any more of this. Not only have you learned from the pattern, you're also saying, what do I need to do to never repeat the pattern? And Spirit's saying, well, you need to manifest from a place of balance, not a place of defensiveness and mental stress and feeling like a victim. There's a huge shift in the Libra collective going on right now, myself included, where we've been so stressed through nervous system dysregulation that it's time to rewire the brain. And I've been feeling this energy for a while. I'm a little bit further around just, this is when we get so sensitive to other people's energies, we lose sight of our own. We don't even know who we are. So Spirit is saying, you are not the Nine of Swords. You are not the Four of Pentacles. You are justice. You are about fairness. Are you allowing yourself to receive fairness? What I'm gathering from the current energy right now is you're coming out of a state where you were overthinking a situation and putting energy towards a situation that you knew was going to repeat a pattern. And I see you saying no more. No more. If this means I have to sacrifice the King of Wands, right? So I can stay in my own seat of truth and wisdom, so be it. It's almost like you've had to cut away at people that are really causing you more stress than they're worth. And I'm sorry to say that. It's because of where they're at. You go from the Eight of Swords in the past to the Nine of Swords. And Spirit is saying, what have you learned about the decisions that you've made around the investment that you make? Ace of Pentacles. You start something new. You start seeing signs that you're going to have to sacrifice self. You're going to have to be defensive. You can't be you. Spirit say, okay, what is your intuition telling you? And that's what you're realizing. Oh my God, you're retracing some steps here. And I think what you're doing is you have this opportunity to really gain wisdom on the path around being patient for the right wave, being patient for the right thing, exercising fierce judgment, saying, you know what, I'm going to make that judgment call. It's almost like you gave up your power and you let other situations in the past dictate the direction. Almost like, and I had these experiences when I was younger, not that long ago, where let's say someone, here's the thing, Libra, a lot of people are going to be drawn to your energy. A lot of people are going to find you interesting, attractive, whatever. And I'm not saying that from ego. I'm just saying it's Libra. We exude a certain aura, right? That energies are attracted to. And I think that Libra at first in your youth, you may have been like, oh, this is flattering. This is nice. I appreciate it, And then you would kind of go with the flow of that person's energy. Basically, be at their mercy. If they want to, love bomb you, fine. They want to be avoidant, fine. And you would let that affect you deeply. And now you're like, I don't want to do that again. You're like, and so don't stress out over what you're trying to manifest from a place of incongruence. It's time to drop you being any kind of victim and putting that on other people. No more blame, Libra. We only have ourselves to blame if we repeat this pattern. This is when we give up our power, when we people please, when we say, you know what, you know better. Libra. I feel like you're getting so rooted and grounded in your energy of balance and fairness that the minute it's off, you'll say something. And if it's still off and it's not course corrected, bye. There's some sort of course correction that I'm seeing here around you aligning to your fate, your deep fate. We're talking about your divine fate, which is not all the shenanigans that you've put up with in the past. I don't know why, I just feel like you're stepping into your power in some bold new way that it's almost like you're never going to repeat that stuff again. Because if it comes to you again, you're going to say, you know what? I know the energy that is perpetuating this. It's the energy of basically allowing other people you're at the mercy of other people's whims. And I think you're saying no more. It's about your boundaries, Libra. And Seven of Wands is the choice to stand your ground. Know yourself so deeply. It really is to thine own self be true. And that's, I think, what a lot of Libras have had to learn in this lifetime. If you decided to be Libra, the whole pathway is to thine own self be true. Oh, deeply healing. Four of Swords. You're healing on such a profound level, Libra. Oh my God, we have the Sun. I think that you're reaching a new pathway in your soul's evolution. Oh my gosh, and we have the Fool. We have the Fool, the Sun, and the Four of Swords. Wow. With the Justice, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords, you're moving forward in your truth, in your integrity, in your groundedness. And I think that there's a lot of spiritual activation going on the path of healing. And it's about being led and guided now. It's almost like Spirit saying, can you let me lead now? Your soul. Will you let your soul lead now, Libra? Can you trust your soul enough to do that for you? Why did you have to let your ego stand in the way so much? Why were you so afraid? Well, maybe as a kid you learned that maybe people are unreliable, right? You had to take control. Now you just surrender. You're in a deep path. I think it's carved out by a lot of life experiences, Libra. You're aligning with the divine feminine. Healthy divine feminine. And what does that look like? Healthy feminine energy is intuitive. It's loving. It's heart-centered. It's surrendered. It's grounded. It's vulnerable. It's compassionate. It receives love. And I think the more you do this, you stand in your truth and you trust self. And I think that's what you've learned. We've got the Page of Swords. You've been learning through repetition how to trust yourself, Libra. Oh my God. And we have the Wheel. Oh my Lord. We have the Wheel over the High Priestess and the Star. You're aligned with your fate now. You're aligned with your true path. Oh my God. You're walking straight towards. You've learned everything you can about emotional intelligence. The path is not yet complete, all right? You still have a deeper way to journey, but you're headed straight for the higher truth of love. And I think that this is around you and self-love. You're healing. You're healing. You're really healing, Libra. I'm proud of you. There's a lot of changes coming in by you releasing the past. You've now released the King of Wands. I think what you did was you had an energy of solely relying on the more the passion you felt or the attraction, the more you actually sacrificed your needs and your wants for that intense connection. And now you're like, well, it has to be balanced. It has to be grounded. They have to be whole. They have to be healed. And you know what? You're like, wait a minute. Let's strike they. Replace it with I. I have to be whole. I have to be balanced. And I think that's what you've been working on. It's not about they. It never was. It's about you. Libra. If you could see what I feel right now. You're literally saying, Spirit, lead the way. Spirit, lead the way. What is there to say here? Healthy feminine. You have a King of Cups coming toward you. It's in the future. I think that you're not really going to preoccupy yourself with love right now. I don't even care if you've married. This is about you seeking ancient knowledge and you being crowned in a new vibration because of the healing work that you've done. 4 Swords Star, to align with their healthy feminine, which is intuitive, which is connected to source energy. You're connected deeply now to the source energy within you. That's what was missing. You got so wounded by the masculine repeatedly that it's taking you time to come back into balance. Some of you, this is a deep father wound of being neglected by masculine and attracting avoidant people. But then at some point you go, wait a minute. What am I avoiding within me? What am I not trusting within myself? This is deep, deep, deep integration, embodiment. Libra, I'm so proud of you. I feel like crying because this is big. This is big. This is a huge shift for the Libra collective. No longer being pulled in 2 directions. Being centered in the I am. You're centered in the I am now. Wow. We're going to get a spirit animal. Bobcat. Life is a mystery. Oh, isn't it ever? Look at that. Wow. Let's read this. What does this have to say? Bobcat. Life is a mystery. 8, and that's the path of abundance. Take a rest. We talked about that in the beginning. Rest. I think you've been on a very, very difficult karmic journey, and now you're opening up to a new level of consciousness and a brand new beginning. You've wrapped up a massive cycle, Libra. You're being crowned beyond the wounded feminine, reacting to the wounded masculine. No more lack of boundaries, no more anxious attachment, no more victim mentality, no more external validation, no more ignoring your emotions. Let's do this. Number 8. The bobcat moves furtively and mysteriously, and when bobcat spirit appears to you, she brings a powerful reminder that not all things in life can be explained or understood through the power of the intellect. Trying to figure things out, find logical explanations, or predict what will happen based on reason and facts will not provide you with the certainty and comfort you seek. Bobcat asks you to trust in the great mystery, but I tell you, you're letting your spirit, your soul lead the way. Let me repeat that, sorry. Bobcat asks you to trust in the great mystery and let the secrets of the universe reveal themselves to you through direct experience. Allow your vision to slip into soft focus, and you will see between the lines and observe what has been hidden there all along. Bobcat spirit helps you know intimately the pulse of the divine in the world. Trust in the wisdom and revelations that come to you, yet know that understanding may not come as you would like it to. What you experience through your heart and intuition, that's what that is, heart and intuition, which comes to you as the voice of your inner knowing, will guide you now as you accept that secrecy is woven into the fabric of existence. No matter what, the appearance of Bobcat spirit is a sign that you're being called to trust, even when what is revealed does not agree with your need for intellectual certainty. You're dropping intellectual certainty and you're really, really stepping into a divine path, being led through that holiness of your soul. Wow, Libra. I've never had a reading quite like this one. Wow, Bobcat, sit with that. You might want to write that out, Bobcat spirit, and meditate on that. Life is a mystery. You don't have to have all the answers, Libra, and you don't have to have it all figured out. All you got to do is surrender and trust in the divine. There's a divine plan, but it's time to keep your heart open and welcome in. A lot of you are welcoming in new love. And it doesn't mean it's just a new romance. We're talking about being romanced by life, seeing the good, and a balanced, right way of living. The path of equanimity is a humble path. Libra, I've never had a reading quite like this. There's some sort of freedom that you have now because you can rest now. No more holding on tightly. No more trying to figure things out. Just beingness. Beingness. You needed this reading. What'd I say? Knight of Wands in reverse. No more hot and cold. No more, lukewarms. Right? And this is about attraction and where it got you. Okay? Down pathways where you made decisions that weren't in alignment with yourself. You're learning the value of self-trust. Ace of Cups. And to trust in the new. Trust in what's coming in. Ground in your new reality, Libra. It's the pathway of abundance. It's why we had 8 come out. Trust in the great mystery. There's something beautiful coming in this summer. And I think you're starting to feel it's a vibration. It's you being aligned after clearing out a lot of karma and going through a lot of shadow work and going deep into your own divine wisdom. We're talking ancient, ancient wisdom. This is beautiful. All I can say is you've reached that holy grail of wisdom. Now it's time for you to embody it and live it and stay rooted and grounded in it. It's going to be a spectacular Taurus season coming up for you, Libra, because now Venus is direct. Thank God we made it. No more moving backwards. Okay, this is Venus in retrograde. We did it. We survived. Let life surprise you. There's a great mystery unfolding. It's going to be an interesting summer. Take care, you all. See you soon.